Quick reminder, once we hit 10K subs, we're gonna be giving away a Rolex Submariner. I don't know what it is, but I feel like it's easier to make this a sick lounge. I think it's mostly because of like the size than this room. Like all of our mock-ups, like it just seems tough. I don't know. It's too big for a lounge.
I think you just have to completely like undo it to shits though. Remember how much of a nightmare it was for that guy?
Then we don't have to worry about getting furniture. We wouldn't really need to put furniture in here, the showrooms. And I think it would look better if you had a showcase right here or like an L shape or have it on like either side, you know? Cause it's like more like retail-y. Like when you walk into a store, it's not just like you're going to like one side, it's like both.
Yeah, and it's nice to have more room in the showroom, so this will be better.
Well, and we don't
because sometimes we get so crammed in there, but that's gonna be a cool lounge though. I like that idea.
And then we don't really need to buy furniture, you know?
Yeah.
Just like a nice rug.
Thursday here at the office, market has been going absolutely insane. I think it's also going up just because the car industry as well. The recent car auctions went crazy high, you know, collector cards. We just had a customer in yesterday that has a crazy card collection. We were picking his brain, talking about it. But I think all physical asset markets right now are absolutely ripping. You know, things are selling really, really well for us. The start of the new year, 2026, has been absolutely fantastic. Even though it's been relatively short because there's been a lot of vacation and vacation days, the month didn't really start till the 4th, but we've been selling a lot and have had a lot of customers in across all brands. We just got in this watch, which we have sold a few times. We just got this in. This is a Boutique Edition RDM. Now with Journe, the last month or two, RDMs have really blown up, especially brass models. There's a lot of collectors out there going for older brass models with the more grainy, coarser dials. That's what a lot of collectors have been going after. So we've been sourcing and selling a lot of those. Some with like really unique movements on the back, like the straight coat de Genève, curvature on the back of the movement, which is also really crazy. We should be also getting another one in of those. But this right here, this Boutique Edition, I think is an absolute sleeper. I think a lot of people, when they think about the RDM, they think about like the AN99, also, you know, the brass movements, even the 38mm that they did with the steel set. And it doesn't really come into their head, you know, Black Label or a Boutique Edition, which they made in the later years of the RDM, that this is even out there. And a lot of people in general think, you know, that Black Label is the rarest. And actually, like the Boutique Editions, rose gold at one point wasn't very hot, and a majority of the models a lot rarer and harder to come by. Yeah, there's certain markets that don't wear rose gold, so I think that's where the demand the prices kind of even out. But I think Boutique Edition in general is a real sleeper if trends kind of shift, just because there really aren't many of these out there. The RDM has just grown on me over time. It's just such a clean watch. At first it's kind of basic, but it's just a really, really clean watch. And I love the subdials and like how you have a lot of the black and the gold with the white. I think that combo is absolutely insane. You know, you see AN Black Labels out there here and there, which is like the newer automatic version of the RDM, but you don't see many RDM boutiques or Black Labels out there. So this is like a really, really rare find. I think those that, you know, wanted a Black Label or a boutique that is simpler, this is the watch to go for. This watch has grown on me a lot. It's crazy. We've owned this many times and it's continually gone up, and I see it. It's just so hard to find something like this. I've never really seen it. Really all brands, there's a lot of demand. Journe prices, as we continually said, have continued to go up. Other brands, I wouldn't say prices have gone up, but the demand has been crazy. I just think this world of physical assets is really, really growing. And I think in general, a lot of people just love like the exclusivity. A lot of it's a passion and a hobby. We have some clients of ours that have, you know, are in the cars, watches, cards, all this kind of physical assets, painting, art, and some that are just, you know, 100% into watches. But we definitely see a shift and people see it, even though people hate on it as an investment. Well, if you find some pieces that, you know, good buying opportunities and hold them, you know, it's always in the long run turned out really, really strong. And I think there's a lot of customers out there that really love the exclusivity. I think that's like the chase that we all love, is like finding that unique car or that unique watch. We're here right along with them trying to find these grail watches that are really hard to find. And we love the chase and finding these for our customers. I feel like the market in general in watches is growing for us this year. As I said, we definitely think that, you know, the company's going to grow a lot, but also the market's growing a lot. So it's kind of like a double whammy for us. So with that being said, I've sold the UTC Boutique Edition of this that we have. I'm working on a big deal selling Baguette 5711. I sold a Le Mans to a really good customer. They actually sold it, missed the watch, wanted it back, and we worked out a trade deal. I've sold a lot this week. So yeah, it's been a great week. We've been super, super busy, especially when we're implementing a new like operations and back-end system. What have you sold this week?
Just some small pieces. It's like Aquanauts and stuff. I have quite a few on the back burner. What I'm starting to notice is that a lot of clients, what they do is they inquire on a watch, like a few people have like inquired on pieces like over the past couple months, and then as soon as they're about to buy, they're like ready to go, and then like we pretty much have the deal. Prices are obviously not gonna be the same as 2 months ago. So it's happened twice now. They're kind of thinking about it again. Particular brands I'd recommend is pulling the trigger on it now. Rolex, honestly, AP's been going up a lot too. Like just basic like 15407 STs, if you want a brand new one, they're like over 160 for the longest time. It was like 135K watch. The open work perpetual ceramic has gotten so freaking expensive and it's so hard to find. I've been looking for that for a while. Pretty much at numbers that I think are maybe a bit too high for what it is. But again, I mean, that's a discontinued watch. A month ago, that AP has not really gone up. And I feel like as soon as I said that, a lot of the pieces have gone up and it's been a little bit more difficult, especially with sourcing. A few sold orders that we just like have not been able to fulfill, or they're just like at numbers where I just don't really want to sell it to the customer because I know it's not a good deal. But overall, that and Patek has also been pretty hard. Newer, like 2025, 2024 watches are going for like crazy numbers. It's transparent with my customers and I'll tell them straight up, like if it's too expensive, it's too expensive. Another one, 5712 1R, was looking for that, quoting like 270, which is crazy. Like I feel like not long ago it was like a 200K watch. It was like the same price as a 5980 1R. And I don't know. What do you think, Gary? Do you think that makes sense? Because remember the 5980 1R and the 5712 1R are like the same price. Now there's like a what? 50K delta between new ones, which is crazy to me.
Yeah, that's crazy. Across the board, 5712 is just absolutely blowing up. We have a lot of customers of ours that actually have both and have bought both. They love the watch. I think people versus the 5711, they like the dial, has a bit more character. It's not just like, you know, a blank dial. I think like that size and then the overall thickness of the case and bracelet, how it's very slim. And then the drape of the bracelet, it's just extremely comfortable.
It was an order that we got for a customer and then he backed out. It's not really my style, but sometimes you feel weird, especially wearing watches all the time, to not have a watch on your wrist. I
think that watch is an absolute sleeper. So that watch, out of all of the Oyster Flex Daytonas, or really Daytonas,
I think that this one and like the Pikachu, I think are sleepers. I mean, the Pikachu sells super well, but I mean, this one is like
the
definitely.
Pikachu goes for a lot.
This one's a lot harder to find.
Yeah, the value on that is insane. Because if you look at like the Platonas with the baguettes, you know, sell really, really strong. And I like, especially on the older Platona, how it's like all glacier blue or ice blue, however you want to call it. And that one's like all sundust, which is really nice. I think for the value for like 49K, it's absolute steal. Because a lot of the new reference Oyster Flexes go for more than that. And I'd much rather have that than a new reference Oyster Flex.
I agree.
Different occasions, different watches. I was just thinking to myself, so if I were to have a watch like glued onto my wrist for 5 years, I guess non-Journe, I think the watch that I would go with, which is very tough, it would be either a 5711 or 6702, but I think between the two, I like 6702. The utility of it's super lightweight, you can literally do anything, go golfing. I would probably go with an Italy or Ogier, which is dark, you know, wear it on a black strap, could kind of work with like a suit, literally do anything in it except for swim, so I guess that would be a problem. Maybe I'd put like a plastic bag over my watch. I think if I were to have a watch on for 5 years glued to my wrist, that would be the one. Also, it's just very, very comfortable and it's durable with the NTPT. So now I'm gonna go over to the rest of the team and see what watch they would wear if it was stuck to the wrist for 5 years. All right, Alec, if you were to have a watch glued to your wrist for 5 years, no Journe, which watch would it be?
Probably 5711 white or...
Only one.
Only one? Okay, 2701.
Oh, that was a really good pick. Okay, so you do 2701?
Yeah.
Why is that?
That watch is so freaking rare. The material is so sick. It's super lightweight. I'm sure you
So you do the limited of 10 of white?
No, I like the original one. Like the gray one, that special material, yeah.
The gray, I believe, is like, has some like, it's like a magnesium as well.
Yeah.
Which is kind of, you know, not the most durable, but lightweight, comfortable. But you're saying like the gray is your color, is your style.
Yeah.
It's actually a really good pick. So he totally topped my pick of 6702. It actually made me, yeah, he crushed me. Mark, one watch glued to your wrist for 5 years, what would it be?
Well, for 5 years, 6702.
Yeah, not scuba dive.
It hits every box. Like I can bike in it. It's like very flashy, but like very low key. It's like you can sleep in it. Like you don't even know
Yeah.
it's freaking there.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like one of my favorite watches.
It's so freaking comfortable. Stuck to your wrist for 5 years. Like, yeah, you would want something comfortable. But I think in the end, that watch is just awesome because aesthetically it's sick, it's comfortable, you know?
It's like extremely flashy, but also not flashy at all at the same time.
Yeah.
Like it checks both boxes.
Yeah. I don't know, even like a Submariner, like after a while, I think it would kind of get to you.
For
Maybe
sure.
you'd forget about it because you get so used to it, but like there's those times where like you'd be like, eh. Like, it's kind of like my wedding ring. Sometimes I forget about, and sometimes I'm like, man, this thing's freaking uncomfortable.
Well, I would be more concerned.
Sorry to my wife.
About working out. Like that's the thing. Like
Yeah.
I bike almost every day. I go to the gym and stuff. So like my second choice would be like maybe like some kind of like Oyster Flex Daytona or something. Just because the Daytona is like, to me a Daytona is like a vinyl. It's like a
Yeah, I
vinyl.
mean, Lake had a good call with Aquanaut as well. Aiden, if you had a watch stuck on your wrist for 5 years, what would it be?
Probably like the Ogier.
Yeah, that's kind of what I said.
What'd you say?
I said 6702, Ogier,
Yeah,
Italy.
yeah.
We just sold one. We need to get them in stock. That was another thing we recently just sold was an Ogier. Lake just sold one. We haven't had one in a while. I don't know. I think some of it is like, some of the prices have been a bit high, but
That'd be my Garmin golf watch though.
I guess if we were stuck in the middle of the woods, you know, Mark probably has more supply than us. We'd probably go insane with 6702. So Tyler, if you had a watch glued to your wrist for 5 years, what would it be?
Well, since everyone's saying the 6702, I'll throw a different one out and go with the Patek Aquanaut. Rose
Okay.
gold, brown dial.
Nice. It's a great choice. Rose gold, brown, and chocolate, like for a while was just like on fire. Especially for like, you know, Rolex Day-Dates, like chocolate dials, yeah. Sky Dweller it's always a premium chocolate dial, rose gold.
That's actually my favorite like color combo, and Patek's my favorite brand. My favorite watch ever is the 5712 1R with the moon phase.
Yeah,
So,
it's a great
But
watch.
one thing about me, like I'm gonna bang it up, so that's why I went Aquanaut.
We have a limited edition AP remaster. The strap is like really freaking nice. The color is really cool. Honestly, I wish Journe had like a strap like this color. Maybe they do, but it's really cool. Matches the dial. So yeah, gotta pack this up, ship it off to the client. Here's my G&G score for the 228239 Meteorite. For value, I give it an 8. These are right above retail at the moment, and they could be a bit higher, so I give it a really good value right now. For residual, I give it an 8 as well. Market's going up. I think that these are always gonna be consistent. It's a great watch. I think it's gonna go up a little bit. Your money's always gonna be safe, so I give it an 8. For horology, I give it a 5. The utility of these watches is great. It's not super complex with the day-date movement, but it is a great watch. For the wow factor, I give this watch a 9. In the sun, the Meteorite dial is absolutely insane and really pops. So for the wow factor, I give it a 9. For comfort, this white gold Meteorite dial, I give it a 4. It's heavy on the wrist. On a hot day, it can be very clunky, not very breathable, even though the drape is nice on these bracelets, but I give it a 4. So that gives us a total score of a 6.8 on a 228239 Meteorite. I think I was a little harsh in some areas. To me, this watch is a 7 or 8 because the wow factor is very wow. But comment below what you think.